San Juan Regional Medical Center is your community hospital, committed to making life better for the communities we are privileged to serve. In fact, better is our mission, improving lives through personalized health and care. What matters most to our patients matters most to us, offering a comprehensive range of inpatient, outpatient, and emergency care services so you can get the quality care you need right here at home. San Juan Regional Medical Center, celebrating life better here since 1910. KSJE is supported by Music in the Mountains, a world-class classical music festival based in Durango, Colorado, offering orchestra, chamber, and world music concerts July 7th through July 31st. This year, the concerts come to you with free mobile stage performances in the region, plus other unique venues throughout the area. Find out more at musicinthemountains.com. It is Tuesday morning, the 12th day of July, 2022. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Michlin. Thanks for tuning in to KSJE, 90.9 FM, over the air, of course, here in San Juan County, New Mexico. Back on the air, happy to report in Durango at 103.3 FM, and, of course, everywhere else on the planet. You can listen to us from our website, ksje.com. We also welcome our viewers because this is a community-supported visual radio station. Our video is streaming out live this morning to the KSJE Facebook page, our YouTube channel, and our Twitter account. So we're glad that you are watching with us this morning as well, everybody. Coming up in the next few moments, my conversation with Jamie Church from the Farmington Chamber of Commerce, and she's brought a special guest with her this week. We're talking with a representative of the Northwest New Mexico Council of Governments of some special programs available to local businesses. So that conversation starts in the next few moments right here on KSJE Today. Later on this hour, we'll be checking in with Amber Francisco over at the Farmington Regional Animal Shelter. She'll be telling us about some of the pets available for adoption this week, including the 10-week-old kitten you see on the screen right there. That is Singleton, who is available for adoption. Jamie Church, you might need a cat to go along with that dog at your house these days. I'm just saying. There you go. That's coming up today at 8:50 a.m. here on KSJE. A reminder that Midcast is on vacation this week, so of course we'll have some different classical music for you coming up at 9:06 a.m. on KSJE, and you can also connect with us on all forms of social media, including our Instagram page, in addition to Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. And if you're a podcast person, you can subscribe for free to KSJE Podcasts wherever you listen to podcasts, all the popular podcast places like iTunes and Spotify and Pandora and iHeart and Google Podcast. The list and the podcasts go on and on and on. So check us out and find a new program maybe that you might have missed recently from KSJE. Outside our studios here at San Juan College, it is a sunny morning so far, 72 degrees outside our doors here at the college. We're expecting a partly sunny day today. There's still a chance, about a 50% chance of some scattered showers or thunderstorms today with some passing clouds. Still hot, though, 92 for a high in Farmington today. Scattered showers in the forecast overnight with a low of 66. Same story tomorrow with a high of 92 on Wednesday, 93 with scattered showers on Thursday, 91 with a chance of scattered showers on Friday and Saturday, I should say, and overnight lows in the mid-60s with a chance of scattered showers. Again, we're back in that monsoon moisture pattern, so that's what we have to expect over the next several days. Well, let me turn to my guest who is here with me this morning. As I mentioned, Jamie Church is here from the Farmington Chamber of Commerce. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks. Maybe I do need that cat. I was thinking the same thing. What I could just get that little cat and add that to the chaos,
the menagerie that you
going
have
on in my house right now.
Yeah,
I think it'd be a great idea.
Right. What's one more mouth to feed?
Have you ever seen the movie Christmas Vacation?
Of course.
I think it could become a little bit like that.
I think so. I think, you've got the RV in the front yard and you're ready to go.
All of a sudden I'm thinking there's a lot like Christmas Vacation right now.
I hope you have cameras running in that house.
Plumbing issues, animals. Oh, yes.
There you go. Well, anyway, It's good to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you for coming in. Let me introduce the guest that you brought with you as well this morning, because we have a representative from, as I said, the Northwest New Mexico Council of Governments is here with us this morning. Michael Sage is here. Michael, good morning to you, and thank you for coming in this morning.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
Thank you for being here. We'll get to you in just a moment about this program that you're going to be here to talk about for local businesses, which is kind of exciting. But first, Jamie Church, again, congratulations to you. Another successful Music by the Pond on Friday.
Yes, we had a huge turnout. We had close to 350 people attend. But what was really exciting about this year is we added on a golf tournament to the event. So earlier in the day,
and people here just hate to play golf.
I know.
It's tough to get them
people love to play golf.
No, they do
we have
to
beautiful weather here. That's why so many people are
Yes.
moving here. So we had a golf tournament called Tees and Tunes. It was our first annual. I think it went extremely well. We got a lot of great feedback. So I think that's something that will become a permanent part of our whole Music by the Pond event. And that, again, was Friday. And we had a great turnout, and it was really a wonderful event. So thanks to everybody who came. Thanks to our sponsors. We're going to be putting out some things in our newsletter. I have a very talented photographer who works on staff, Jonathan Bacon, who took photos all day.
He was.
I think he told me he has about 900 that he has to go through and edit.
So add a couple more pages to the newsletter.
Exactly. So, but anyway, it really was a good event. And then today, very exciting.
Before we move on, I think the other big draw to the golf tournament was the toilet bowl.
Oh, the toilet bowl hole. Yes.
I think you can't not mention it. Can you? No.
That's right. So the toilet bowl hole was on hole number 9, and it was a fundraiser for the San Juan United Way. And Catherine Abeda and Jen Johnson womaned that hole, I should say.
Yes.
And just had a great time all day. And we actually raised a little bit of money. I'll be sending them a check later today. So
nice.
Thanks for everybody who did that.
And
it was not easy. I think of the probably 1,000 people that, or maybe hundreds, I don't know about thousands, hundreds of people who bought chances. I think we ended up with maybe 25 tickets in that fishbowl. It was not easy. So to get the ball in the toilet bowl hole. Right. So I'm sure there will be pictures of that. I know we got a lot of photos. But that was fun. We'll definitely be doing that again next year. We wheeled the toilet, and then we took it to a storage shed, and it's sitting in a storage shed waiting for next year.
Oh, I'm glad that you saved it. Yes, that's good.
Of course,
for posterity.
Thanks to
posteriors.
Lowe's. By the way, thanks to Lowe's for donating the toilet.
Lowe's for the toilet. And reusing. That's a good reuse.
We're going to reuse it.
Yeah.
So we put a lot of work into making it. So anyway, so that was really great. Fundraiser for San Juan United Way, which I was happy to do. It kind of fits in with our whole mission of connecting commerce to community, and that's why we did that. But it was really a lot of fun, and again, I think something we'll make as a permanent addition to our event.
Very good.
So stay tuned.
Again, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And now let's talk to Michael a little bit about the reason that you brought him along.
Yes.
He is in the area talking about this innovative enterprise loan fund program. And so, Michael Sage, I wanted to bring you into the conversation about this really interesting concept from the Northwest New Mexico Council of Governments to really focus on business development here in Northwest New Mexico. It's just something that you're limiting to the 3 counties here, right, of San Juan, McKinley, and Cibola counties, correct?
Yes, Scott. Good morning. Glad to be with you all. The Northwest New Mexico Council of Governments has been in the region for quite some time. Not a lot of people know about the Council of Governments, but we're an association of local governments serving the 3 counties areas of Cibola, McKinley, San Juan. So real quickly, down in Cibola County, we have Cibola County, City of Grants, Village of Milan. Over McKinley County, we have McKinley County, City of Gallup. And then up here in San Juan, we have San Juan County, City of Farmington, Aztec, and Bloomfield. So 9-member governments. And so what we did is we applied for a grant to the U.S. federal government, U.S. Economic Development Administration, and we received it. So we received approximately $990,000 from the U.S. Economic Development Administration, and what we did is we took $90,000 off the top straight for admin, and now we have $900,000 in capitalization. So that is what we're bringing out to the region, $900,000 of revolving loan fund, where we're making loans from $20,000 to $100,000 to small businesses, and this is really intended to help encourage small business and entrepreneurship development. When we looked across the region, we saw contraction in our regional economy. We also saw population loss. So the RLF is really intended to help stimulate entrepreneurship development, help small businesses. So we do loans from $20,000 to $100,000, and our interest rate right now is Wall Street Journal Prime plus 2%. So right now, Wall Street Journal Prime is currently 4.75. So our interest rate right now is around 6.75. right? We have a nominal application fee of $250. If your loan goes through, we will apply that to your closing. If not, we'll refund that to you, right? So we're not trying to pull a fast one on you. We have a nominal 1% loan origination fee, and then all third-party costs can be rolled into the loan, right? And so right now, the main thing is that we are making loans for working capital, machinery and equipment, real estate improvements, tenant improvements, and debt refinance, right? Couple of things real quick, Scott. One, just because of the complexity of it, currently we're not doing any startups, so we're asking that businesses be in operation for a minimum of 2 years. Additionally, we're also not doing construction loans just because of the complexity of it. As time evolves and the program grows, maybe that'd be something we can evolve into, but at the moment we're not doing that at this time.
Gotcha. But renovations might count, right? Would
Absolutely.
that be something you could look at?
Renovations can count if you're looking to improve an existing space. If you're looking to build out a space, that's certainly something we can certainly help you with.
Okay, very good. And there's no necessarily deadline for applying for these loans. It's a rolling application process, is it not? As long as you have money left to loan out, I suppose.
Correct. As I mentioned, we have $900,000 in capitalization, and so making loans anywhere from $20,000 to $100,000. Our loan portfolio could be as small as 9, right, as big as 45. Right, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the word out, because according to our information up here in San Juan County, there's approximately 2,500 businesses located in the county, right? So we know that there's businesses here, and we want to be able to serve them, right?
And you're not in the business of competing with local banks or anything like that, but you might be in the business of competing against some other predatory lenders or other, for maybe businesses that maybe you're having a harder time at a bank. Maybe you could be an option for them.
Absolutely, and that's where the RLF really shines, right? At the end of the day, we're not trying to compete against the banks, right? We want to partner with them, right? So we've been out talking with all the local banks, Vectra, Animas Southwest, Animas Credit Union, Bank of the Southwest, First Citizens Bank, Four Corners Community Bank, trying to get the word out, because 9 times out of 10, the banks are going to take the grade A, the grade B deals, right? High collateral, down payments intact. We want to work with banks on deals that are marginal or on the cuff, right? Strong management, strong cash flow. But maybe there's a collateral weakness. Maybe there's a credit score blemish that's holding them back. That's where we want to operate, right? And we really want to go head to head with predatory lenders, those online lenders that offer predatory products. And I'll just give you an example, Scott. Right now, as I mentioned, our interest rate is 6.75, right? You go online. Last night I was looking at a product, 35%. Starting APR. You read the fine print, average APR over 54%, right? You go look at the terms. Our lowest repayment term is 7 years. Those online predatory products, 12, 18, 24 months, right? Our payment plan, monthly payments, their payment plan, weekly, right? And so that's what we want to go head to head with, because we know at the end of the day, we can add real value to the small business owners and what they're trying to do and help them grow their business.
Right. And that, you mentioned that to me before we came on the air this morning, and it really just blew my mind, so that there was such products available for commercial businesses, mm-hmm. and loans of that reason. I think, Jamie, you were surprised too to hear about those rates and terms and things like that for businesses that are already struggling, and so that makes it even, I think, more difficult.
Well, and I think this is this great product or information for those businesses who are thinking maybe that's where they need to turn in more to that predatory lending. And we were both saying we know about the predatory lending for personal loans that people sometimes get trapped into or find themselves in, but we had no idea that there was an issue with businesses as well. So this is a really great program, and it's great information. And in addition to today's radio program, we are going to be doing one of our lunch and learns July 21st at the Chamber of Commerce, and Michael will be our guest speaker. So even if you are just wanting to get information, it's not like you're going to walk in the door and we're going to hand you a loan application. We just want to get the information to you as a small business owner so that you know what your options are. And maybe you've been in business a couple of years, your cash flow is strong again, you're kind of coming out of all the COVID craziness, and you want to do an expansion, or you want to add, a new product line or something like that. I mean, this might be just what you're needing. And again, not competing with the banks, because all of the banks here are some of our best chamber members. I mean, they're very supportive of the community. They give back. They do a lot of things. But again, like Michael was saying, this is something for those other business owners that maybe the bank just isn't the right fit for at this time. So
right. Well, and I would say if you've been maybe turned down by the bank, maybe call the Northwest New Mexico COG and see what they can do for you, and look at this product, and that would be maybe another option for these businesses, correct?
Absolutely. We, like I said, our preference is to partner with banks, but if that's not the case, the RLF can certainly entertain a loan and carry a loan to fruition on the end. Another great thing about our program is that our loan committee is comprised of individuals, business owners from the region, right? So right now I have a loan committee of 12 members. I get 2 out of Cibola County, I got 5 out of McKinley, and I have 5 out of San Juan, right? So these 12 individuals, not a software system, housed somewhere in a big city, or not some banker in the middle in the Rio Grande corridor or in a major metro, right? These are local business owners who are going to be reviewing that application, who are going to be making that determination. So up here in San Juan County, our 5 RLF members we have Jim Cox, Cibola County Deputy County Manager, also a CPA. We have Don Facco with West, and we also have Ken Hare down in Bloomfield.
Right.
And then we have John Favorino up in Aztec. And then our last one is
We're putting you on the spot.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it'll come to you.
Yeah, it'll come to me.
That's right.
But nonetheless,
But they're local.
But they're local.
And they know the communities.
Correct. The point I wanted to make is that all our loan decision, all our underwriting is done in the region, right? It's done in-house. And so what that means is that you'll get a fair assessment, you'll get a quick turnaround assessment, and you'll know exactly where you stand at the end of the day.
There you go. I wanted to share some of your contact information, Michael Sage, if folks are listening and maybe can't make it to the Lunch and Learn, Jamie Church, but certainly that's a great opportunity on the 21st to find out more about this program. But Michael's contact information is on the screen right now for our radio audience. His phone number 505-722-4327. Again, it's the Northwest New Mexico Council of Governments, based in Gallup, but certainly serving businesses here in San Juan County, McKinley County, and Cibola County. I'm sure there's information on your website too.
Yes, if you go to nwnmcog.org, we do have a whole tab for the RLF where you can get the brochure, where you can get the application, get contact information, everything you need to help facilitate submittal of an application you can find on our website.
Okay, very good. And if I understood correctly, this is kind of a revolving loan fund, so as these loans are repaid, is it your intentions to then keep being able to loan out money in the future then? As this money comes back, you can send it out again and keep it going?
Absolutely. That at the end of the day, that is the intent, right? To make loans, make successful loans, have successful repayments, so we can continue to grow the loan and be able to potentially move into construction, right? Maybe be able to increase the amount of loans. Ultimately, what we want to do is we want to have a track record of success. We want to be able to go back to our funding partner and say, look at how quickly we move this money. The demand is there, give us more, right? We want to be able to take that track record of success and go to other U.S. institutions like U.S. Treasury or potential philanthropic or potential foundational sources to see if we can grow that. At the end of the day, our intent is to make this a multi-million-dollar fund, right? But it's very much crawl before you walk, right? And so that's why we're focusing on businesses that have been in operation for a minimum of 2 years, and that's why we're not doing construction.
Right, understood. Jamie Church, let me ask you what you're hearing from your members about the business climate. I think things seem to be improving, and I don't know if you're hearing that as well from folks in the chamber.
I am hearing that. We have a number of new members. We have a ribbon cutting, in fact, today at 10 o'clock at the new I Heart Mac and Cheese place. I know some of our business members, Encore Coffee, I'll put that out there. She, started in business during this kind of recovery time, and I think she's done really, really well and has added new products and new things going on there at Encore Coffee. So I think the business business climate is improving. I think staffing is still an issue. I think especially in that service industry, in that service area, finding staff is still a challenge. And so that is, I think, holding some of those businesses back a little bit in being able to expand hours or expand product or what they're offering, just because staffing is still one of those things that's causing some problems there. So, but overall, I think that climate is very good. The attitude is positive. At our Red Coat Luncheon yesterday, Mike Stark with San Juan County was in talking about what was going on in some of their projections and their plans over the next 4 years, and those things seem very positive. And so I think there's a lot of good things going on out there. It's good to see these new members. It's good to see there's some building going on. I think the housing is starting to maybe level off a little bit as far as houses moving, the real estate market. And some of that is the interest rate has gone up. And so some of the buyers that might have been in the market are maybe holding off to see what's going to go on with the interest rates. But that seems to be still good. It's still healthy. I'm not saying that. It's just maybe leveling a little bit, cooling off just a bit. But I think overall, I know the chamber, we're extremely busy with both new businesses, but also just continuing to get all of our programs back online after 2020. And one of those, again, is the Lunch and Learn program. These are free brown bag lunch. We just say, bring your lunch in, and we don't charge anything for them because these are for our business members, our chamber members who are wanting to learn things that might be helpful to their business. And this revolving loan, this enterprise loan fund, is exactly one of those. And it might be that it's not necessarily for you, but you might know somebody. You might know somebody who's been in business and they're wanting to do that expansion, or they're wanting to add a new product line, or do, maybe that renovation. And so this might be just the right thing. So the Lunch and Learns have come back online. Our business after hours have picked back up. We have one coming up on August 18th, which is a very popular one, Mountain West Insurance, and that will be at the San Juan Country Club, and that will be August 18th. Again, our July Lunch and Learn is on the 21st. And then on the 22nd, we have our Focus on Farmington coffee.
Hey.
And that is actually going to be on my birthday. So everybody can come out and have a free cup of coffee.
I'm sure there'll be cake. Right?
It's always free coffee, but it's coffee cake.
Yeah.
But it's good. So July 22nd, and at one of our, again, newer members, Main Street Grinds, which is another coffee shop, and they are located in downtown Farmington. Used to be where the Cosmic Cafe was, and that is located at 220 West Main Street. And just to remind your listeners, the Focus on Farmington coffees happen every month, and they're free coffees to welcome new people to the community, to get people connecting and networking and having conversation. And so, again, our host for July will be Main Street Grinds. And they have a cute little coffee shop. I'll be posting photos and things this afternoon on the Facebook page.
There you go. There is a special Focus on Farmington coffee Facebook page in addition to the Chamber of Commerce Facebook page, because they're still kind of separate entities.
They are. I mean, the coffee was something that I started before I came to work for the Chamber, but it just seemed like such a natural fit that, it's just easier to get the word out to when you're multiple channels of ways. Right. As you know, you're one of our favorite ways to get information out. But so, that's July 22nd, and I am meeting more and more people that have just moved here. I went to a class at the Big Idea Makerspace last not this past Friday, but the Friday before. They've been doing workshops,
Friday, right?
Demos and workshops at the Big Idea. And if you don't know what the Big Idea Makerspace is, come check it out. Fridays at noon. It's located in the Quality Center for Business at San Juan College. But anyway, I was up there learning about making stickers, and I met a woman there, brand new. Just so I introduced myself. She just moved here from Albuquerque and is really loving it. Her daughter lives here.
Okay.
And we're finding more and more people moving into the area from outside, not just outside our Four Corners region, but throughout the United States, moving into this area. So it's always fun to meet these new people and find out, how did they find out about us? And
True.
So that's part of what the coffees are about, are just welcoming people and helping them get connected to what's going on.
Yeah, kind of a networking event.
Yeah.
So if you know somebody, if you have a new neighbor, maybe bring them along.
Yeah, bring them along, pick them up. It's free coffee.
Yeah, free coffee. And coffee cake maybe, or something else.
Something else,
Donut, who knows?
So again, that's at Main Street Grinds, and the location changes every month. And that's, last month we had a very successful one in Aztec.
Yes.
That was a collaboration, and we got a great turnout, and that was really, really fun too. So we're going to be doing that again. That was great. So
lots of fun, and a great great opportunity. And nice to hear about people moving in, because Michael Sage and I were talking earlier this morning about the census, which was kind of sobering.
Yes.
And we know that there's been some population declines over the last 10 years. Now, the last couple of years, I think, maybe a very different story. But, Micah, you were saying even in the three-county area, San Juan suffered probably the worst population loss among all three. Of course, we're the biggest county of the three as well.
Yes, Scott. When we look at the recent decennial census up in San Juan County, I believe we're seeing population loss in the neighborhood around 8,500. So right from 2010 to 2020, approximately 8,500 families, or excuse me, individuals left. When we look closer at that, we're seeing population loss in that 35 to 44-year-old segment, right? So those young professionals, those who are able to do lateral transfers, those who are able to do follow opportunities outside of the community, it seems like those individuals are leaving, right? We also saw population loss in the under 18-year-old segment, right? So those young families, those young professionals are leaving, and they're taking their kids with them. It's a very similar situation down in McKinley County. If it wasn't for growth in the tribal communities, McKinley County would have 2 decades of population loss, right? In Cibola County, trends very much similar. Out-migration, Cibola County actually has the oldest population of all 3 counties, right? So the trend is very much similar in all 3 areas, hence the need for small business growth, hence the focus on entrepreneurship development. We want to be able to provide economies that attract young families, that provide opportunities for growth and opportunities for, that great quality of life that we all know exists in this region.
Right. And of course, hopefully the last 2 years maybe have reversed a little bit of that trend. We all hope it has. At least it seems like it has here with our real estate market and things along that line. But your focus here with this enterprise loan fund of looking at maybe businesses that have been open for at least 2 years and are looking maybe at expanding or using this money for some other functions of increasing their business. As we mentioned, small businesses are really a big economic driver. These are folks who already are connected to the communities. Maybe they've got roots there, or they want to be there, and so it kind of makes sense to market to them, because they're the ones that are maybe going to drive that economic growth forward. It's the small businesses, not the big multinational companies that are maybe going to come here, but maybe they're going to go to 5 other states too. Who knows?
Yeah, you're correct. When you talk about economic development, you have two types of economic development, right? Economic attraction, economic retention, and expansion. At the state level, at the local level, there's a number of incentives, number of programs that really help with business attraction. State LEDA is always the one that brought in Facebook, the one that brought in Netflix. That's the high-profile name.
But they didn't bring him here.
No, not here.
They didn't bring him to Northwest New Mexico, and they didn't bring him to city of Farmington, right? And so once you move on business attraction and you start looking at business retention, business growth, a lot of those programs are few and far between, right? And so the RLF is intended to help fill that, provide a local resource that we can offer our local business community and really have that in our back pocket.
Right, very true. And all these counties, these 3 counties, I think, are all suffering the same economic malaise that maybe San Juan County is. We're with our energy industry changing and evolving and things like that. I know McKinley, I think, has been hit hard, and also Cibola County as well, with changes in the energy industry. Isn't that what's happening?
Correct. Without a doubt, Northwest New Mexico is an energy-based economy, right? San Juan County, what's going on in Cibola County, McKinley County is very similar to what's happening up here in San Juan. So as this national transition in energy takes place, we're having to feel those effects and kind of work through that. So down in the southern portion of the state, you had the Escalante generating station, 256 megawatt power plant come offline. You had the Marathon refinery in Gallup go on indefinite idle. So you had some of those contractions taking place, and like I said, you compound that with population loss, you compound that with the pandemic. There's a lot of small businesses that are hurting that need this resource. So it's very timely in terms of bringing this RLF out into the community and making that available.
Right. Very true. Our guest this morning from the Farmington Chamber of Commerce and the Northwest New Mexico Council of Governments. We are talking in part about this enterprise loan fund that Northwest New Mexico COG is bringing out to businesses in the area. Again, it's really geared towards small businesses, been in business for at least 2 years, and the money can be used for specific types of improvements, right, Michael? Would you run through those again for me?
We can do working capital, we can do machinery and equipment, real estate acquisition, tenant improvements, and refinancing of existing debt.
Okay. And your interest rates are based on the prime rate, basically, from the Wall Street Journal, and so they're really in line with what people are paying elsewhere, I suppose, right?
Yeah, our interest rates are very competitive. Wall Street Journal Prime plus 2%. Wall Street Journal Prime is currently 4.75%. Now, that is probably going to go up. There's a U.S. Federal Reserve meeting here at the end of the month. So I would expect a 50 basis point or a 75 basis point above that. But once again, once you compare that to online predatory lending products, it's not even close. Right. One of the things that we're doing really quickly, in addition to touching base with our lenders, is we're really touching base with organizations like Chamber, right? These businesses support organizations, and that's critical. So when we touch base with Wes, Farmington Chamber, Aztec Chamber, Farmington SBDC, San Juan Enterprise Center, Forsed, all of that is intended to help the community know, because these are the movers and the shakers of the community, right? They already have established networks, and so we're not trying to recreate the wheel. We're just trying to find how to best utilize these existing resources. So being able to partner with Miss Jamie, being able to come in and talk with you, Scott, and the Farmington Chamber of Commerce is absolutely beneficial. We want to get the word out. At the end of the day, it does us no good to have this money sitting in our bank accounts, and so we want to quickly move it out. Like I said, we have aspirational goals of growing this fund. We know the needs there, we know the businesses are there, and now it's just a matter of matching those two and getting this money out.
There you go. What is that saying? A rising tide raises all boats?
That's
is that
right.
the idea?
That's right.
So there you go. Even the desert.
That's right.
That can work. So there you are. We are out of time this morning, everybody, but I want to thank you for coming in. Michael, thank you for coming in and for mentioning this program, and I hope you get a lot of interest. I know there's a lot of local businesses that really, as we've heard, some new businesses that are starting up and some other ones that have started in the last couple of years that are doing well. So we're always thrilled to hear about those. So thanks for coming in with this program.
Glad to be with you guys this morning.
You bet.
Thank you.
Jamie Church, always a pleasure to have you here, of course.
Thank you.
To escape your menagerie for an hour or two.
Yes. And again, we're doing a red coat ribbon cutting this morning at 10 for the new Heart Macaroni and Cheese. I've heard it's amazing, so get down there and try some, and then join us at the Lunch and Learn on July 21st and the Focus on Farmington Coffee on July 22nd.
And wish happy birthday to you.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah, very good.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you, Jamie. That's Jamie Church from the Farmington Chamber of Commerce, my guest here on KSJE. KSJE is supported by the San Juan County Historical Society, presenting the film Rambo of the Caracas Mesa, a history of Jicarilla Mustangs, with a premiere on Saturday, July 16th at 6:30 p.m. at the Farmington Civic Center, followed by a gala with the stars. Tickets are $18 and $25. Find out more at fmtn.org/shows. The San Juan County Historical Society. Are you looking for a career in education, school transportation, student nutrition, or grounds and maintenance? The Bloomfield School District has competitive wages, benefits including paid vacation, sick leave, paid holidays, and a retirement package. Find out more about all the available positions online or from Mike Sturdivant at 505-632-4326. Bloomfield School District, investing in our future. Bloomfield School District is an equal opportunity employer. KSJE and San Juan College present the Student Success Coaching Tip of the Week.
Hello, this is M&Chi bringing coaching tips over the radio for week 6. Study smarter, not harder. Occasionally, college professors will tell you the information that well beyond the exam. Listen to them. They're sharing this information with you to save you time so you're not studying the wrong information for hours. You can focus on the important parts. If you're unsure about what to focus on while studying, send your professor a quick email to confirm or speak with him or her after class. Studying can be draining, so treat yourself for a little motivation. Buy a coffee from your favorite coffee shop or get some snacks from the campus convenience store. You can also reward yourself by taking breaks for activities you enjoy, like walking, reading, or watching TV. Adding in a reward will give you something fun to work towards.
The Student Success Coaching Tip of the Week, presented by KSJE and the Student Achievement Center at San Juan College.